Hey everyone, Robert Milliken here with Makinex Construction Products. I want to welcome you to the first edition of Makinex Garage. On Makinex Garage, we're going to discuss all the wonderful, innovative, unique products that Makinex has to offer for your business and maybe for you at home. It's a 7-part series, and we're going to go over all the features and benefits of every one of our products. Well, here we go. Let's get started with product number 1. On today's edition of Makinex Garage, we are going to talk about the tile smasher head. How easy it is to assemble, how it comes in the package, the do's and don'ts, and where it's best used. So let's start with putting it together and the tools that you're going to need to do it properly. So I'm coming over here to my workbench, my makeshift workbench, and I've got my jackhammer trolley and Hilti TE1000 hammer already mounted with the tile smasher head on it, so you can see what it looks like when it's finished. But what happens is that when we ship this to you, it's going to come in a package in 2 pieces, okay? And it may be assembled like this, as 1 piece, but keep in mind it is not set, it's not married, and I'm going to show you how to do that properly. So, all you're going to need is a rubber hammer, a rubber mallet, or dead blow hammer. I prefer to use a dead blow hammer because it gives you a lot of power without damaging any of the product. So, here's what you do. A lot of people like to do what I call a don't. And this is what you don't want to do. You don't want to stick that shank in the head and set it with your hammer. And the reason you don't want to do that is, well, heck, I haven't even seen if it's square inside the hammer yet. So first things first. What we want to do is mount our hammer that we plan on using this product for into our jackhammer trolley. And don't worry, we're going to go over the jackhammer trolley in episode number 2, so don't you guys worry about it. We're going to get to that one. But in the meantime, let's talk about the tile smasher head, because this is probably the most ordered product across the USA and abroad for all kinds of floor removal, right? We're talking ceramic tile, we're talking VCT, vinyl tile, we're talking thin sets, glues, a whole range of flooring products. But what it's not good at is wood flooring. We'll discuss that here in a little bit. The first thing we want to do is we want to mount the shank in the hammer, okay? And as you can see, I've already done this with the Hilti TE1000. We've mounted the shank into the hammer. The next thing we want to do is we want to take that head and we're going to slide it up onto the shank, okay? And what we want to make sure is that this blade is on a solid, flat concrete surface, or wood, whatever it is that you have. And we want to make sure that it's making a 100% contact here, a level contact, all right? Once that's set, then what I can do is I can take my jackhammer trolley here and stand it up on end and bounce it a little bit, okay, to set it somewhat, maybe not 100%. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove it out of the chuck, come back over here to my workbench, take my dead blow hammer, give it a couple good whacks right on the shank. I'm going to flip it over, do the same thing on the blade, give it a couple good whacks. Boom! Now, I didn't hit it for real. I just wanted to show you guys that's what you really need to do. And then there's one other way that you can make sure that it's 100% set in stone, that it's never going to come apart again. And let me tell you guys, when this thing gets in here and it's set, it's not coming off. So, it's very key that you get this thing 100% lined up and has a nice even contact surface, flat and level before it's set. Otherwise, you're going to be very disappointed, and your customers are probably going to come back and say, hey man, this thing's not working, it's not cutting right. But anyway, so back to the last setting measure that I like to do is I will actually turn the hammer on and push it up against a concrete curb or a metal piling, something that's really sturdy and strong, and let that hammer hit a couple times. And then guess what, guys? It's set, and it's going to be set for all the rentals that you have coming up. So that's the tile smasher head. Let me see if I can get this thing off. I guess I hit it a little bit too hard. Well, it's not going to come off. So for now, that's the way it goes. So a couple things about the tile smasher head that I want everybody to be aware of. One of the features that I want to talk about, and as opposed to some of the other products that are out there on the market, the tile smasher head is milled from a single piece of steel, as you can see here. Okay, just the head we're talking about here. All right, and what that allows us to do is it gives us a much more solid base, okay, where you have a lot less vibration and chances for things to go wrong. For instance, the #1 complaint that we see from customers out there that are using other products is that you get these bolts right here that normally go through the back, where ours screw into the back, so there's nothing back here, correct? So what happens is you get a lot of bolt shearing. And with bolt shearing, well, guess what that does? That takes away from the efficiency of the product. Not only that, but it also will allow this blade to break. And you don't want that, because then your customer's gonna come back and say, hey man, this thing didn't work. So, very unique, solid piece construction, one piece, bolts thread into the back of the head. And then if you look really close, you can see that the blade is actually bottomed out in the base of the head here. So there's no room for play, zero room. So there's no up and down, there's no side to side, so you get less blade breakage with this product. It comes in 2 different sizes, so everybody knows. This here is our 1.1/8" hex shank, okay, which is designed for your 35 to 42 pound hammers. And I'm gonna go over those. That's actually, there's 3 kinds out there that I would recommend. Actually, there's 4, but you can use your DeWalt. You can use Hilti, the T1000, which is what most popular out there. And of course you can use the Makita 1307 and 1317. I really like the Makitas, those are great too. And lastly, the Bosch, the 11335K. Now, I don't deal with DeWalt a lot, so I apologize for not knowing that model number, but that's okay. They still have a great hammer too if you're into DeWalt. So, and then, we have the Hilti version. The Hilti version is a little bit skinnier shank, so it's not the same as the 1.1/8" hex shank. So you want to be aware of that. Now, I did mention something earlier that I wanted to talk to you about real quick before we move on to episode number 2, which is going to be our jackhammer trolley. And that is uses, right? What are we going to use this for, and what type of flooring medium are we going to take up? So for this product, our tile smasher head, it's really designed for ceramic tile. Ceramic tile is probably the #1 flooring medium that gets pulled up on a daily basis. Whether you're a homeowner, a contractor, or you're renting it to, a rental customer. They're tearing up ceramic tile. This is what you need to use, okay? It's specifically designed, lots of R&D went into this, and to really sweeten the deal, Makinex has offered a 6-month warranty on this product. 6 months, guys. Who does that? Nobody. Makinex does. So that's a great deal. Now, a couple other products a couple other items that you can pull up, obviously. VCT tile, thin set, glues, but if you're going to be doing wood, and this is why I tell a lot of my customers, you don't want to use this, all right? And I'm going to tell you why. Now, some of the higher ups might say, oh, Robert, don't talk about not doing it on wood. Come on, man. Now, listen, it doesn't work. And I'm being honest here. This is not the product to use, okay? And the reason being is that a lot of your guys out there that are pulling up wood floors, they don't pre-score the wood, all right? So what that means is that someone's going in front of the demolition crew and they're scoring the wood with a skill saw, right? Zigzags, lines everywhere, so that floor will pop up. Well, to save time, most of them don't do that. So what do? They get under that wood and they pry up and they lift, right? And then guess what? Snap-a-rooski, the blade breaks. And then you have a customer that isn't very happy, okay? And that blade, well, they're not very expensive to replace, but they're a pain in the ass, I'll tell you that right now, because you've got to torque these bolts and you have to remove the product. It's just a pain. So don't worry about doing that. Let me show you a product that's going to work really good for wood floors. Welcome to our flippable wide chisel, okay? A solid steel chisel bit designed for wood floors and very tough flooring mediums, okay? So I like to recommend this because guess what? That guy can get under that wood, he can lift all day long. Guess what? This thing's not gonna bend, it's not gonna break, and what's really cool about it, it's flippable. I don't even know if that's a real word. I can't find it in the dictionary, but that's what we call it, flippable. And the reason we do that is because it's slotted on each side, okay? So you can flip it back and forth, and it's self-sharpening. So as you're working, it's sharpening. Turn it over, use the other side. Back and forth. Man, this thing will last forever. Now, unfortunately for the Hiltis, we don't make this product for Hilti. You're gonna have to go straight to Hilti and get one from them. We only make these for your 1 1/8" hex shank hammers out there, which is, again, like I said, is your Makitas, your Bosch, your DeWalt's, and those are the ones that are going to accept this type of bit. Anyway, guys, that was the first edition of Makinex Garage. Come back next time and we're going to talk about the jackhammer trolley. Have a great day.